Hey everyone, my name is Kurt Kemple. I am founder and principal advisor at Forthright. It's a consulting agency where I focus on helping companies, teams, and individuals create better developer experiences. And I do that through consulting services and training, educational. Yeah, so there's an explosion of need for developer experience and developer relations expertise. I've been privileged enough to have a significant career so far in this space and worked with companies of all sizes. And I'm excited to kind of help more companies than I can at a single location and really try and help drive developer experience forward across the broader industry. And aside from the training thing, I offer individualized team trainings focused around certain topics. So basically workshops, I'll come and work with your teams. They cover core topics, but they are individualized to your team to make sure that, they fit your environment, what your goals are and things like that. But then I also have individualized training. So I work with folks one-on-one over the course of a month, 4 weeks program to help them ramp up in different areas like developer advocacy, community management. I've got one coming on developer experience engineering, and even one coming on DevRel management, which I think is there's a big need for as well. The most important part of my job right now, and a big reason of why I founded Forthright, I think, is to that help push developer experience forward. A lot of companies now understand the importance of developer experience, but I feel like not a lot of people know what that means or how to do it well. And my goal is to really help the community by helping companies understand what they actually need from developer experience based on where they are, right, in their journey, what stage they're at, what their goals are and what they're trying to accomplish. We see the job descriptions that look like Swiss Army knives of responsibilities, and it'll be bucketed under DevRel. And I want to help break down that ambiguity and bring some more clarity to the developer experience and developer relations fields. Yeah, I would say the biggest thing that I'm struggling with right now is imposter syndrome. This is my first time, stepping out as a business owner on my own. It's a lot of new territory for me. And so, I'm doing, trying to learn in public, reach out to folks and educate myself about what it's like being a business owner. But I'd say right now that is definitely the biggest challenge that I face. It's just a bit of the unsurety of taking that chance. I mean, I have a family, we need to pay bills and have insurance and things. So it's just taking that kind of leap of faith and I've got a little bit of runway to try and get this thing going. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see how that goes. But it's less about the location base, but it is also about the field. A lot of folks, we do know that they need developer experience, right? This dev tooling space is exploding, and just there's a lot of developer focused products. And I'm just concerned about the speed of growth and the ability that we'll have to help companies and guide them making smart decisions, because I don't want to see companies build out teams, they're targeting at the wrong thing. People have too many or the wrong responsibilities for what their role should be. It leads to burnout. It leads to not as impactful success as companies and teams can have with developer experience. And I think that's actually going to be an issue that we kind of face as well. If it's not being done, set up for success, then how can it be successful? Yeah, so I'll focus on what I would look for helping companies build out their teams, because that will be my role. But I've also been a DevRel manager, so I'd also like to just talk about what I look for if I were building out somebody on my own team. Number one, I think the thing that will help folks the most across almost any role in the developer experience or developer relations field is technical writing. Good writing skills are paramount to most of the success or most of the roles in this field. And it's not even necessarily because you'll be creating blog posts or like YouTube videos, but a lot of the time, especially in developer relations, there's that other side, the feedback side. So it's equally as important to be able to clearly define and address like pain points and solutions and stuff. That's what we do outbound. But inbound, it's also very impactful to be able to clearly define pain points that developers are experiencing and pathways to success for them to present to internal teams. And so I think that writing is just, it's paramount. The other skill set that I really look for in folks is likes to learn. It's definitely a large part of the job. And I think that, wanting to be curious about products and people and those things are going to help a lot. And then lastly, and probably the most important one, is empathy. Yeah, absolutely. I think that when we're in developer relations, we should be focused on the relationships, building that, and you have to be in the community, talking with people, working with people, and ideally like going through the things that they go through as well, so that you can have that firsthand experience. And it's just about living the personas that you're representing, essentially. I think those are the key things. And one point I would like to drive home is none of what I mentioned there was technical expertise. The biggest change that I would love to see in DevRel is for us to not use the term DevRel as much. And what I mean is like DevRel is a valid term and it does represent the umbrella of developer relations, which really I put like developer advocacy, community, those are like what I bucket into developer relations. But I think it would be huge for the industry if we could make a move towards being more specific about our roles and what we do. Because, what happens, the outcome by everyone saying, I do DevRel, is developer experience engineers say, well, I do DevRel. And then developer advocates say, I do DevRel. Community managers go, oh, well, I do DevRel. I work in DevRel. And everyone starts to say, okay, DevRel is actually a role, it's a thing, and it encompasses all of these responsibilities for all of these jobs. And I feel like that is why we see so many of the job descriptions that we do, that have community management, engineering, management, marketing, and all these other things inside of them. Now, if somebody said, I'm a developer advocate focused on like marketing, right? Like outbound, or even developer marketer, or I'm a community manager, I manage online communities. I would love for us to be more specific because, new things need clear definitions, right? And terminology to help break down that ambiguity and confusion. And I would love for us to do that, to encompass that, and to really get specific about what we do so that people outside of our field can have a better understanding of what we actually do.